Holy shit, it's on fire. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Check out this build I did for Iron Star Pizza Company. Most people see a sign. I see 17 opportunities to make my life harder. Blasting holes in new sheets. Dragging tips. Then seeing what I can do with it. Maybe we'll give it a little dimension. I never know what I'm doing. I also make a lot of mistakes. Tried this interference fit. Never done it before. Let's see how it works. Nobody will notice this detail. That's why I'm spending hours on it. Looks pretty neat. Now let's hide it. Now let's get some thicker shit. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Here I use 3/8 steel. Then I cut out all the letters. I like the sparks. Here's all the 3/8 pieces cut out. Then I just gotta fish them all out. 1-inch square 16 gauge. Cut some squares into smaller squares. Then clean them up. One by one. Here, nothing is more permanent than a temporary tack weld. So they'll sit 2 inches above. It'll make us feel like we're high above the back. So here I have a highly sophisticated engineering process. It's called staring at it until an idea shows up. Now we have a cool profile. Damn, look at this piece. It's perfect. I don't know where it came from. Let's use it. Let's do whatever we have to do to not measure anything. The funny thing about craftsmanship is nobody asks how long it takes when it looks bad. They only ask when it looks good. I thought the hardest part would be building it. Turns out the hard part was carrying it. This ended up weighing as much as my 2007 RMZ 450. This part would have been nice to cut out as one sheet and maybe use a thicker gauge than 12. Although this keeps it light. That way it doesn't become such a flimsy point with the 3/8 steel letters, these parts welded on there. It ended up being okay because it's going flat against a wall. And I have pretty bad insurance. Rather than having to go buy 3/4 inch steel and cut these pieces out, I had some 3/8 laying around to where I could just cut it out twice and then tack weld them together. Having a stencil would have been nice here. That's something I'll probably do in the future. Lining them out and making sure all the spacing is pretty tedious. It took me a while to do this part. And with such a big sign, it's hard to get a good perspective of it to see if everything actually lines up or not. It ended up fitting the first time. It was an accident. At this point of the project, when it all first comes together, and I'm still working with raw steel, I always really like it. It's hard to wrap my mind around trying to finish it at this point. Powder coat, paint, etc. This was the part that I added, and the customer actually ended up really liking. I just really didn't like the way that looked when there was just a metal tab in between there. Eyesore. So I thought these stars were kind of a small detail that made it look a bit nicer. In Montana, the nearest hardware store is somewhere between 20 minutes and a life decision away. Here's the first view of the completed assembly. Here was the first finish with just rust and cold gunmetal bluing. I really didn't like the way it turned out. Here was the final product, and I spent quite a bit of time perfecting that gunmetal bluing. I also used oil paint and a rust applicator, then clear coat. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.